Death Battle Season 10 has been revealed with a season premiere of microscopic proportions and a teaser currently leaving the community in shambles. All that on today's episode of BrobusCast Death Battle Edition. Hey everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of BrobusCast. English is my first language, I promise you. I'm your host Brobuscus. With me today is ZDogg.
Wait, hold on. We're back, bitches. There you go.
And Richard.
It's Morbin time.
Oh my gosh.
That
could be. All right.
So
we're back.
Bet you missed us.
We are back.
Been constantly posting the Ruby ones, so you got Death Battle back, kind of. So let's go over that real quick.
Yeah, we have some interesting things to talk about. Just already. Oh boy.
We got a lot to talk about.
Quite a bit, yeah, I would say so. So first off, hey, we got a season premiere. It's not out. It's not out yet, but it's coming. And we're here to talk about it. We're here to let our thoughts be known. And of all the matches we start with, it's a Marvel versus DC.
Yep, back to the good old days.
Back to the good old days. You know, this is how you know Death Battle is back.
Yep. But to be fair, this is like one of the ironically biggest ones I feel they haven't done yet. So you know,
unintended.
Yeah.
Was it intended though? Actually, yeah. Never mind. I take that back. So yeah, our season premiere is Ant-Man versus the Atom.
And to be specific, it's Hank versus Roy Palmer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. This is Hank Pym versus Ray Palmer. This isn't Scott Lang, this isn't Ryan Choi, this isn't whatever other Ant-Man and Atom exist out there. This is the originals.
The originals.
Although Liam did
Go ahead, sorry.
Liam did point out on Fireside, like one of his favorite things that he likes about doing these like legacy characters is that like characters that have more than one like person donning the mantle is that they can always just bring that character back just under a different alias.
Exactly. So we could theoretically see Scott Lang versus Ryan Choi.
Mm-hmm.
Even though Scott dies.
I feel like they'd just do Scott versus someone else. I don't know who, but...
Well, how many other people shrink?
Wow.
That's a tricky thing. You have to find someone who fits that role.
I mean, again, I think I would love to see Scott versus Ryan. I think it could be good.
I mean, maybe. But...
I mean, and it would be a chance for them to outdo themselves with this one.
Yeah.
But anyway.
But no, not quite yet.
Nope.
What were you going to say, Richard? Before I.
I'm trying to remember.
Okay.
No, it's okay. I am happy that it is a Marvel vs. DC fight that we're starting off with. It's better we just get it out of the way now. And realistically, I think, this is probably... That's what I was going to say. This is probably one of the most requested Marvel vs. DC fights that I've seen. It's right up there as a legacy matchup, like you said. And there's been a big... man, we have to refrain from saying big and small. It's going to be so hard. There's a great... There you go. There's a great opportunity to do this fight and have it pay off very nicely, because again, the theme of these two is they're both super scientists who have shrinking technology that can make them small or big.
Well, okay, we'll get to that.
That's just a base summary.
Yeah.
There is more to it than that. I don't want to make it sound like, oh, that's all there is to it. It's
No, I know. But there's. We'll get to it.
But like, seriously though, how has this not happened till season 10?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Okay, like, you can complain about Marvel versus DC all you want, but like, you can't deny, like, even like, with how specific, like, the power set of these two are, like, at least their main, well, again, we'll get to that. Their main, power is like, it feels like it should have been done, like, I don't know, like, in like the first like 4 seasons, but nope, it took us till season 10.
It definitely should have happened a long time ago. You're most correct on that assumption, my good sir.
I mean,
but...
I guess to be fair, like, for a while, at least until the first Ant-Man movie came out, no one really knew that much about Ant-Man, and even the ones that didn't really care.
It's funny that people were, the Atom was becoming a more household name at the time because he appeared recurringly on Arrow, and then he became a regular on Legends of Tomorrow, and he's played by former Superman actor Brandon Routh. So it is kind of sad that the Atom was more of a household name than Ant-Man.
Even when Ant-Man became a household name, everyone refers to Scott, which I guess makes sense, but still,
it does. But it's like, come on.
It's funny to me.
Okay, well, actually, you know what? No, I know we're gonna get into this later, but it's probably best people think of Scott because Hank is kind of a psychopath.
No fun.
Well,
No, there is no. This dude is seriously a psychopath. The shit he's done.
Fun. That's gonna be fun to get into.
Again, he created Ultron. Let me remind you, he created Ultron.
He created Ultron while he was while there was a lot of mental health issues going on, and
he also slapped his wife Janet.
Again, while he had mental health problems. He's over it.
Doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Gosh.
Okay, we're shaking off the rust here. We're just trying to get back into the swing of things. As you can tell, it's been a while.
It has been a while, but
we're a little flustered by what just happened before we started recording. So
we'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there.
All right.
But yeah, like, I don't like, and especially like to like how specific, like, there aren't many like people or like fictional characters I can think of that like, or like that come to mind that like have like an ability to like switch sizes. So like, I feel like that should have been a no-brainer as well for this match.
No, you're most definitely right.
Because like a lot of the matches I've seen, mostly for Ant-Man, like mostly revolve around them being small, like Ant-Man versus Olimar from Pikmin.
I forgot about Olimar.
Yeah, Pikmin.
Oh, I stand corrected again.
Because like,
it's the battle of the small.
Yeah, exactly. But like, there isn't, to my knowledge, I could be wrong. Feel free to correct me. There isn't like an exact like set of characters that like allow both these two to like do both big and small.
No. Not
my knowledge. Which I think also like just come on. Like how,
I guess there is Captain Atom, not Captain Atom. Sorry, Atom Smasher. Sorry.
Yeah, Atom Smasher is another good one. God, I hate that his first live action appearance was in freaking Black Adam, and they did not, and they just Deadpooled him. Fuck.
Yeah, well, All right.
So yeah. Well, what? I'm figuring this out as I go.
Again, you're rusty.
We're rusty. Leave this alone.
Yeah, I think we can all. I mean, I don't know how you guys feel about this. I'm actually very much looking forward to this match.
Yeah,
I
same.
concur with that.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, I
I'm
am
very
too. Because I mean, Ray Palmer, he is one of my favorite obscure DC characters. I love him very much as a character, even though he went through some crazy shenanigans in the comics. And you know, Hank Pym, I never liked. I'm just gonna be right up front with that. I never liked him. You know, he was never a favorite of mine. I was first introduced to him in the Ultimate Avengers animated films. But then again, to be fair, that was Ultimate. That wasn't 616. Ultimate was kind of an asshole.
Oh,
Everybody
yeah.
in that universe was an asshole. Then 616, I find out, yeah, he's got some serious mental problems, and
Well, to be fair, if you live the life that you do, if you live the life that Hank does, then I'd be surprised if he didn't have at least a few mental issues.
No, yeah, that's true. Well, I mean, and then I come to find out, it's like, oh yeah, Hank Pym was actually okay with Tony Stark, not only convincing him to, with Tony Stark convincing Hank to build a prison in a place that pretty much can kill you over time, or put you in a state of limbo. And also, he was okay with Tony cloning one of his best friends, who was a god of thunder, who was dead at the time.
Oof.
Fun.
Yeah, so, again, and then the Earth's Mightiest Heroes cartoon came out. Guess what? That still didn't change my thing. So, if anything,
I actually kind of
like Hank.
I actually kind of like Hank in Earth's Mightiest Heroes.
He's a straight up. He's a bitch. He's ignoring fucking Janet's advances. Janet is thirsty, and this man is not giving her anything. This man would rather just talk about science or his equations. It's like, Jesus, Janet, you can do so much better, honey.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I mean, Janet's great. I love her, but still, it's just like, I don't know. There's part of me that's like, what is your deal, girl? It's like, although won't deny her being voiced by Tails is kind of interesting.
Yes. This is awesome.
So yeah. I think the concept of like, yeah, he does do combat, but like he prefers to like kind of sort things out a little bit.
Yeah. Well, that's a funny similarity these two have.
I just think it's an interesting concept. You know, nothing really much more than that.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, that's an interesting similarity these two also have, is they're not ones to directly go into combat unless they have to, but with Ray Palmer, he's more willing if the situation must come down to it, whereas Hank Pym, he would rather not do that. He is always trying to find a more diplomatic and easier solution to violence.
Yeah.
Till he became Yellow Jacket, in which case he pulled a 180 and was like, no, violence!
All bets are off as Yellow Jacket.
Oh god, yes, no. The negative zone, that's it, that's what it was called, the negative zone. The prison that Tony, Hank Pym, and the Illuminati were basically holding all of 616 villains without trial or due diligence.
No, I mean, to be fair, some of them are, psycho mass murderers, so like...
They still deserved a trial, god dang it. The moral of this story is, don't read the original Civil War.
You know what?
Watch the movie.
You know what? That's fair.
Yep.
I didn't know that was from Civil War, and now that
everything I've been telling you, yes, that's from Civil War.
Yeah, now that I know that, all right, yeah, fair enough. Don't read Civil War. So
just watch it. Just watch it. Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, I think even like I've seen a lot of even like comic book fans agree that no, don't read Civil War. Watch the movie instead. It's way better.
Gotcha.
I mean, Still better than Civil War 2.
Anything is better than Civil War 2.
MCU can't adapt that, so and saying that out loud makes me partly happy, but also partly sad because, well, if you know, you know.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Man, there is not much to discuss with these two when it really comes down to. I mean, okay, there are similarities, there are things that tie these two together, but they couldn't be more different personality-wise. And I also just think, okay, both of them are just as popular, but I would make the argument that the Ant-Man character and moniker is more popular than the Atom right now.
Yeah,
and I wonder
I would
whose
agree
fault
with that.
that is, WB. Motherfuckers told the Arrowverse creators, no, you can't have Brandon Routh play the Ted Cord. We're gonna use him for something else. So he just got stuck with Adam, and he's like, okay, well, Brandon, do your best to just try not make your Ted Cord obviously Ted Cord as Ray Palmer.
Well, to be fair, I honestly kind of love him as Ray Palmer because, like,
oh no, yeah, me too.
And in those shows, Ray is just such a goober, and I kind of love him for it.
It's like, especially that moment when, you know, Oliver is he has to stay home, so he controls Ray's suit and basically has to fight for him.
Yeah.
Or, of course, how could you not love Heatwave and Ray Palmer's interactions with each other? They are just the best odd couple on that show.
Yeah. It's like Ray and
now I want to watch Legends of Tomorrow.
It's just he's such a dork, and he's lovable. He's kind of an innocent being. I kind of love him.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Very much a stark contrast from, I think, what's arguably considered the most popular versions of Hank. You know, when you got, on one hand you got Earth's Mightiest Heroes, and on the other, I know it's not Ant-Man, but still, like, you do have him in the movies.
Yeah, you also, and again, there's the aforementioned Earth's Mightiest Heroes, where, spoiler alert, Hank died in the second one, so...
Oof.
Yeah, but it's okay. He went out like a hero. That's all that matters.
That's good.
Good for him. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, aside from the fact that he died.
Yeah, well, yeah. Aside from the fact that he died, and Janet is now a widow now. Poor thing.
Oof.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's very sad. But hey, he was voiced by Nolan North.
Nah. Oh, really?
Yeah, Nolan North played Hank Pym in Ultimate Avengers 1 and 2.
Sweet.
Huh.
Yeah.
Man, talking about all this has now made me kind of want to see the Wasp in Death Battle.
Oh my God, yes, absolutely. The Wasp should absolutely be in Death Battle.
Very cool.
Although that's another question on who the hell is Janet gonna fight?
One I hear all the time is Bumblebee, the DC character.
Wait, what?
I was gonna say.
Oh yeah, DC. Oh, okay, yeah, I could get behind that.
I guess. Sure. I don't know.
I don't know.
It works well enough.
I know next to nothing about Bumblebee, so like
I know a little bit about Bumblebee, but if that matchup ever happens, I'll do a deep dive.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I don't think there's anything more for us to really discuss on like a character front, so I guess we're moving on to production.
Yes, which
funny
we actually
thing.
saw. We actually saw what this episode's animation production is going to be.
I guess we should probably say, just in case people were wondering, if you don't mind, today we're recording this the day the Blue Beetle versus Ben 10 Death Battle cast came out.
Yes,
so,
literally like 2 hours ago it started streaming.
Literally, yeah. So and if you may know, or if you've seen the channel and saw the new season 10 trailer, they just basically showed off a bunch of stuff, including a little snippet, gosh dang it, of the animation for this episode.
Yeah.
And it looks pretty good, honestly.
And we kind of have an idea of why they're fighting. Kind of.
It's vague, but
It's vague, but
I imagine, like, just from like what I've picked up on it, is that they seem to be. It almost kind of seems like they're like business partners.
Yeah.
That's a genius idea to have.
It is though. It's great.
Yeah,
like
I mean,
they have like a. They have like a
Sorry,
disagreement or something. Like maybe like because in one of those shots, Adam is holding a tiny car. Which yes, by the way, it's the same. It's the same freaking car sprite that they use in like every single Batman episode. So
Batman got his cameo. Woo!
so there you go.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that's all about, but I mean, I'm assuming he just like waltzes into Hank's office at just fully in the Atom suit. I'm like, what's that all about?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Ray always has his suit on. Like he's, from what I know, I mean, yeah, he is always wearing business or casual attire, but sometimes he does. He gets so in his work, he just leaves the suit on, or he just always has it on.
Better prepared, I guess. Better prepared.
Secret identity. What is that?
Well, I mean, yeah, nobody. Well, I think. Okay, I maybe I'm mistaken, but I'm pretty sure people kind of have an idea that he's the Atom. Maybe, but honestly, again, don't take my word for that. I think he does still have his secret identity as Ray Palmer.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, like I know Hank is wearing the Ant-Man suit underneath the lab coat, but at least he's wearing it underneath something. So I'm like,
yeah, exactly.
So it's just like, okay, cool. But yeah, it's a sprite fight. I mean, I kind of
audible guy.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I kind of picked up on that. It's like,
okay,
I kind of figured it would be. So.
All right,
yeah.
my headcanon. I just came up with the headcanon for why they're fighting.
Oh,
What's up?
Go on.
Okay. Ray Palmer is against the idea of Ultron being created, so he's there to try and talk him out of it.
That'd be clever.
That'd be something.
Oh my god.
So yeah. I mean, like it looks good. Like I mean.
Yeah, I dig it so far.
Yeah, I'm into it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna play the video, please. Okay, it's muted. Thank God. No, it's okay. I pulled the video up. I was hoping it was muted because I didn't want the audio to play over the.
No, yeah, that's okay.
the recording.
Okay.
But it's not. Thank God.
It does look like, visually in choreography, this is going to be a very different style of death battle than we're used to, because normally we just get characters that punch, throw laser attacks, throw objects, or fly around.
Yeah.
We've never had a death battle where they're microscopic.
This background is... Like, I can't get over this. This looks awesome.
It doesn't... I need to take a look, but I don't know if that's either 2D or if that's them using Unreal.
That's definitely Unreal.
Okay.
That's so Unreal. I just pulled it up myself. Yeah.
I'm looking.
All right,
I'm looking at the.
I'm looking at it. Yeah, you're right. It's Unreal.
It's like I'm looking. I'm looking at the lamp that's on his desk. I'm like, yeah, that's Unreal.
Yeah, no, I see it now. I see it. Holy shit! The Unreal technology.
I know, right?
For the backgrounds is just, god dang. And it looks like, because I know they're applying a filter over this, but it looks like color-wise, this is going to be very interesting.
Yeah.
Like, it's slightly colorful, but it looks somewhat muted.
I mean, that would kind of track.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, we only saw like 2 seconds of it, but hey. That's better. It's better than nothing, and it's 2 good seconds. So
I was gonna say that they made those 2 seconds count. So
yeah,
like it's pretty good. I'm
very excited to see the full preview and the full episode.
Same.
See how they go.
Exactly. Yeah. This is gonna be very good. And I'm just hoping that they get to utilize some of the, the shrinking elements well, them fighting, subatomic or microscopic.
Yeah.
And just overall, maybe incorporating, like, play around with the desk, have that kind of be
Yeah, that'd be
interactive
fun.
environment. Like, okay.
Dude,
okay.
what if... Dude, actually, I just thought of this just now. What if they do, like, what they did in the first Ant-Man movie? Like, when Scott and Yellow Jacket are fighting on the toy...
Train.
The toy train, and they just zoom out, and it's just this like random, it's just this like thing falling off on Hank's desk. That'd be great.
Okay, okay. This is jumping ahead a little bit, but what if the kill shot? Because because Luis talked about the kill shot and how he liked it. What if the kill shot excuse me. What if the kill shot is Hank's lamp falling and crushing him?
Oh gosh.
That'd be, maybe. I think they should go like all in on the amount of shrinkage these two can do. I take that back.
How small they can get.
Yeah, how small they can get. Because like these two, like I mean, I'm even like imagining like they go into like the microverse, like they can get that small.
Well,
like I think they should play. I think they should play around with that.
Okay, so I know this is jumping ahead on the winning thing here, but I mean, I would be interested to see, because Ant-Man can go so small, he can go to the quantum. He can go quantum. He can go to the quantum verse.
Yeah.
That's his size limit. Whereas Ray Palmer, he can literally shrink down smaller than that. I think to like the size of a literal atom. So it would be kind of cool if maybe they fought in the quantum realm, or they just went vastly subatomic. Or maybe incorporate their giant forms too, because I would love to see their giant forms, because they have them.
I was gonna say, I really hope that they also just don't miss out on the giant form opportunity. Have a giant kaiju fight with like.
Yeah, but
I really
two can grow giant.
I really don't want to jump ahead too much.
Well, I'm sorry.
I actually have a thing against that though.
Oh.
What?
Well, we'll get to it.
All
right, unless you want to.
Screw it. Okay. Well, let me just say right now that obviously research for this isn't near completed, and I didn't do a lot in prep for this. I really should have taken my own advice, but whatever. You can make fun of me for that all you want.
So if it makes you feel any better, I couldn't find a respect thread on Ray Palmer, and I did not for the life of me have time to go through all of his comics or comic appearances.
And if what Mate said was true, then a respect thread for Hank straight up does not exist. So
yeah, I was kind of struggling.
I was kind of what I have to say.
One. I mean, I found one, but like a lot of the images didn't work on it when I checked. Like,
The best thing I know about the best thing that I know in my mind that lives rent free is that what I just brought up. Ray Palmer can actually go smaller than Hank Pym because of the white dwarf star that he has in his belt that allows him to shrink and grow.
Right. Well, okay, so the thing I was getting at, and this could be hearsay, so take it with a grain of salt, but I have heard that Ray can't grow giant anymore.
I mean, I would have to ask. Oh man, I should have asked my buddy. He literally filled me on everything. Ray Palmer. I just didn't have time to look it up. So I should have asked him if he can or can't. But
I just watched on my way back from work. I was listening to the Raptors prediction video. Now again, it's hearsay. I didn't look this up myself, but. He did say that Ray could at one point go giant, but he can't anymore.
Okay. Well, I mean, if that is the case,
I don't know if that's true, but I'm just bringing that up.
Yeah, no. I don't know either. I have no idea. I mean, well, see, that's the thing. They showed them going giant in their footage, so I would imagine even if they don't incorporate that, if they don't, let's just say they just decide, frick it, let's just incorporating them going giant anyway, even if, people will be like, but Ray can't grow giant anymore, but but they would just be like, yeah, but how cool would it be if they did? Are you saying you don't want a kaiju fight? Is that what you're saying, audience?
Yeah, I guess not. I mean, I don't care. Like, if he can go giant, then cool. I'm just
no.
I'm just pointing out that it's possible that he can't.
That's fair.
Yeah, what you're trying to say.
Also, excuse my stutter. I'm stuttering more because, again, rust.
Right.
Yeah.
All
right. Well,
we have no idea who's voice acting these guys.
I was gonna say we don't have any voice clips yet. So
do we bring up a elephant in the room with this, or do we leave it be?
I don't really care. Whatever we do, we can do. It's our show.
I mean,
ZDogg, objection?
I guess not. I honestly don't know what you're talking about, but I guess go for it.
A certain casting call.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I mean, we can always just cut this out if you feel uncomfortable with it later. So.
Yeah.
If there's any jarring cuts right now, here's why.
If there's a censor here, here's why.
Yeah. Well, frick it. Sure. I mean, we talked about the music leak for Black Adam vs. Apocalypse, so hey, why the frick not?
I guess, yeah.
So, you guys are probably unfamiliar with it. Well, I mean, you're probably familiar with it now because, it kind of spread around the community a little bit, but, there's a certain website called, I think it's Backstage, and they posted, there was a post of, a certain, it was a casting call. It was on this matchup. They said they were looking for voice actors for Hank Pym and Ray Palmer. And the way they worded it, they kind of gave like a bio. I saw this myself, so like I'm not like pulling this out of nowhere. Like I did look to confirm. But they had a small bio of like who they are as characters, and then they had a bit of a thing where they were looking for specific voices to reference. For Hank, they had Wally Wingert from Earth's Mightiest Heroes. And for Ray, give me a second. Let me just pull up the Googles. Who voiced Ray in the Justice League cartoon?
Which one?
Well, I mean, I think he only shows up in Unlimited, so...
No, he showed up in Justice League. No, he showed up in one episode, and I mean one episode of Batman Brave and the Bold. He also did show up in Justice League Action.
Okay, well, I mean specifically the DC animated universe, so like Justice League, Justice League Unlimited.
Yeah, Bruce Timm.
Yeah. John C. McGinley. That is the one.
Name sounds familiar.
Well, I am on his Wikipedia page, so.
Yeah.
Let's see, he was Metallo in Superman, Batman, Public Enemies. Does that ring any bells?
It does, yes, it does. But now I know why he looks so familiar. He was Dr. Perry Cox on Scrubs.
Okay.
Nobody watched Scrubs. I'm not. So forget that. Just forget how fucking old I am.
I mean, it's only 2001, so like, it's not that bad.
It's fair, but yeah. Yeah, he was also the White Shadow on the Boondocks. Let me see. Holy crap, he played Ray Palmer in 3 episodes? I thought it was just 1. That's strange. Okay. Anyway, but yeah.
Anyways. So yeah, those are the voices they were specifically looking for. So just to kind of give you an idea of what they'll sound like. Now, granted, this tells me absolutely freaking nothing on who is going to voice them, but
Yeah.
No.
So, whoops.
Would be
But
so
I'm-
cool if they got Brandon Routh back.
That might be.
I mean, it's not like he's not doing anything. I mean, because, WB canceled Legends of Tomorrow. Well, wait, no, hold on. Brandon Routh's going to come back to play Todd in the Scott Pilgrim versus the World anime for Netflix. Never mind.
Oh, there you go. I forgot that was even a thing. That's pretty cool. I haven't even seen the movie,
Yeah.
but I'm cool with it.
I recommend the movie. Yeah, the whole cast from that movie is coming back to play their characters again for this anime.
Awesome.
Which
Sweet.
I want to remind you, that movie had Captain America, Captain Marvel,
it's
and
true.
Superman all in the same damn movie.
that much is true. I do recall that.
Oh, and the Punisher. I can't forget the Punisher.
Oh, well, that much I did not know. All right, cool.
All right.
So yeah, I mean, I don't really think we have anything much to discuss on the music. It's probably going to be pretty good.
Yeah,
The track is in one-
I
disliking it.
I mean, it's a toss-up whether it'll be Brandon or Aaron from Theirwolf Media, but I guess if I just had to take a guess at who's going to do it, it's probably going to be Brandon.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like it's more of a Theirwolf coded track, honestly. But I could be wrong. I can see Brandon doing a good job with it, I guess.
I mean, he hasn't done a commission track for this matchup, has he?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think Theirwolf has. I don't
Okay.
think Theirwolf has either. I'm just thinking of like the style of like Marvel DC-ish tracks.
Yeah, because that's the interesting thing. This track could potentially be a banger, or it could just be complementing the fight, because it's not like these two have any memorable tracks.
Right.
I mean, okay, Ray has his theme song from the Arrowverse, but it's not like that's his automatic theme song.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they'll pull cues from the animated show's themes. I don't know. That'd be...
Yeah, that actually
that'd be
would be
cool.
kind of cool. How could you go wrong with Justice League Unlimited and Earth's Mightiest Heroes music? That actually would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got into the Earth's Mightiest Heroes theme real quick. That's
Oh yeah,
it's so good.
Until season 2 fucking butchered it.
I know, right? I like season 2, but I hate the intro so much.
Yeah, no
Um,
wonder that show got canceled. That's probably why the show got canceled. Frickin-
probably. Well, okay. I guess jumping into the debate.
Yeah, because I wouldn't say this is.
Wait a second.
I wouldn't say
Oh,
this
wait,
is close. But, oh,
There's a wait a second.
There's something I believe we should bring up. Two things actually that I think we should still bring up for production-wise that I think are very important. First of all,
I think I know where one. I think I know one of them is.
oh my
first
god,
of
this
all,
is.
I think let's get the one you probably don't think
Okay.
of. Who was researching these two?
Oh yeah, sure. I got you. Let me. I see.
He's getting his handy dandy research book.
Yep.
Always good to shout out
Yep,
researchers.
you're not even wrong. I actually have notes on the researchers on all these fights.
Brobuscus is like Steve from Blue's Clues. He just has this shit.
You're probably right. Okay, yeah, I knew it. I knew this. I just wanted to make sure. It's Kirby and Akuma, respectively.
Nice.
Also, this is a written and directed by Josh, which is the first time ever. It's like this dude has directed episodes since like late season 7, but he's never done that and written an episode at the same time.
Yeah, this is gonna be
So-
interesting.
It's gonna be interesting, yeah. And now the thing I was actually thinking about: who is editing the episode?
Oh.
Yeah, my boy, my boy.
Well, okay.
Yeah,
do I want to bring the mood down first?
boy.
Fine, I guess we have to. Damn it. Okay, let's
okay.
rip
The
it
answer.
off.
The answer to my question is no, but I'm going to anyway.
I mean, we have to talk about it because it's not that public knowledge unless
No,
you are
I also-
hardcore fans.
No, and I also want to clear up any sort of misconception that there might be.
Yeah, so
because
go ahead.
I've seen some Doom posting about it, but as okay, I'm not even gonna like lead into it. Nick and Gerardo aren't editing for Death Battle anymore. Their contracts have expired.
Salute. That was
Salute.
respect.
Salute.
God dang it.
We're not.
Fuck.
None of us are on camera, but you can't see me doing this, but I am actually saluting.
As am I.
But yeah, so they're not editing for Death Battle anymore, which is really unfortunate. That sucks so much, but
That's like losing both your arms. That is very
Like,
horrible. Like, oh man. Like, okay, look, I just want to say, you know, again, and if for those of you that don't think this is a big fucking deal, it is very much a big fucking deal because these two are the ones who edited all of the manga and comic book characters and made them look so goddamn beautiful.
yeah.
Like, these two were gods when it came to the comic book and manga character edits.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it sucks that they're not that they're it sucks that they're gone, but like at the same time, you know, again, I know that there's a lot of Doom posting about it, and I get it, but at the same time, guys, this kind of stuff just happens. Like it's
yeah. Nothing
I
we can
guess
really do about it, unfortunately.
I guess the best thing I can kind of sing praises. Thank you, Rooster Teeth and Warner Brothers, for at least bringing Nick back, because Nick was let go a couple of years ago.
Yeah, that's true.
With that whole Rooster Teeth, half of the employees going from Warner Brothers, and but he came back.
Yeah.
Not too long after that, so.
Yeah. So I mean, he got that, and I mean, I don't want to put hope into people's heads, but who knows? Maybe that'll happen with Gerardo. Maybe they'll both come back at some point. I don't know.
Maybe.
Anything's possible. And let me be clear. Neither Nick nor Gerardo have any sort of ill will towards anybody involved.
No.
Like again.
I mean, Nick
again,
has been around.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Again, this crap just happens. It's like there's not really much rhyme or reason to it. It's not like Rooster Teeth were like specifically like targeting them. It's like you need to go now. No.
Yeah, exactly. You know, Nick has been with Ben and Chad since the beginning. You know, he was there in the early days of Death Battle, so
yeah.
He has been an integral part of that family, and he is actively friends with them. And he still goes to RTX, even if this now means, you know, he's not an employee. He'll have to buy his own ticket, but you know, he still supports his friends.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I'm just saying that because I don't want anybody to go targeting anybody for
please don't.
for what happened to Nick and Gerardo. This crap happens. Like it's a way of life in this kind of industry.
Yeah, look, it happened. They're both over it. They've moved on. They've made peace with it. So shall we.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So anyway, in their place, a new challenger has stepped up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which that's another thing too. Like another reason why I was like, I mean, again, it sucked, but like I'm like, okay, because Rooster Teeth is a lot of things, but they're not stupid. Like they wouldn't just like throw both of the lead editors for the show out the window like nothing if they didn't have some sort of backup plan. And boy, what heck of a backup plan they came up with.
Indeed. Our boy.
Our boy.
Our boy. Let's go.
This man. This man is this guy's a jack of all trades. It's like he. It's like went from researcher to writer to now editor. It's kind of insane.
It
was weird, honestly.
Yeah. Yes, I do, and I hope that he gets to direct too soon.
And if you need a small glimpse of the kind of skill he's got, well, first off, you should watch Crossover X. Their stuff is amazing.
Absolutely, Crossover X. Love you, Ray.
But also, again, literally like 2 hours ago, or like, we just got this really freaking cool season 10 teaser that goes so hard for no reason.
That was all done by DJ.
Yeah, and that took him like a week. Imagine what like a month or so will bring to the table for a whole episode.
Yes. I should also mention, production-wise, this is the 175th episode.
Is it?
Wait, what? No.
Yeah, it is.
Is this counting the bonus episodes?
I don't know. You tell me. If not,
Hold
then
on.
technically it's
I have this-
173.
Hold on,
No, wait.
I have this too.
Yeah. It's either 170. If we're not counting the bonus episodes,
It's
then technically this is
172.
either- Yeah.
It's 172.
It's 172,
But
and that's not counting stuff like the 7 Battle Royale or Excalibur versus Raiden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though they have it in the playlist,
Yeah, well,
but
them in the
Semantics.
playlist.
but
Semantics.
yeah. I mean, if they did, then that would screw up a lot of episode counts. But
Yeah, Goku Black versus Reverse Flash would be 150, and that'd
Yeah,
be
well, either
Yeah.
way, we are getting the 175th episode this season.
yeah, but I wouldn't expect a lot from that. I mean, like it's probably
no,
gonna get.
I'm not. I'm not.
It's probably gonna be an episode that goes hard. Don't get me wrong, but like,
Oh yeah,
It wasn't
it's not gonna be
planned
some-
to be in
special.
celebration of the 175th episode.
yeah.
Still,
No, you
Still
have to
good.
wait. No, you have to wait for episode 200 next season.
Yeah, that's gonna
Yeah,
suck.
it's gonna be
But
one
yeah, no, I mean, plus two,
Man,
it's
toy.
they already topped themselves with the 75th episode way back in the day. I don't think
Yeah.
they're gonna top themselves with 175.
No, probably not.
They're not-
Speaking of which, this is just a side tangent, but please, for the love of God, bring back more Power Rangers characters. What is wrong with you? They're
Yeah.
celebrating 30 years, for God's sakes.
I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll get the evil Omazeo versus Dracon, maybe.
Oh, there you go.
Bring Tommy back.
Yeah.
Might be a little too soon to bring Tommy back.
I can dream.
But I mean, I want him back. I want him back. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think people are. I don't think people are emotionally ready for it right now.
No. I know.
I don't know.
Still.
So
Okay.
who the heck and heck is winning this fight? Because quite honestly, I'm not quite sure.
Okay.
You need it. I have. Well, I can
I
maybe.
have a few ideas, but as far as like certainty, I am out of it. I am not
Alright.
confident in either pick at all.
Alright, look. Alright, ZDogg, you go first, and I'll go next.
And I don't have that much to say, but so you go.
Oh, alright, fine. Alright, well, fuck then. I'm placing all of my bets on Ray Palmer.
Okay.
Okay, and the reason is the big one. There are two factors here. There are actually multiple factors. Excuse me. One of them is mental stability. Ray Palmer is actually very mentally stable compared to Hank Hill. I'm sorry. What did I say?
Wait, this took a turn.
Hank Pym.
What did I tell you about drinking my damn cocaine? Cocaine.
Damn it, Bobby! What did I tell you about using the quantum realm to shrink my propane and propane accessories?
Damn it.
What's my purse? I don't know you, Ray Palmer!
Okay,
Like
first
that?
off, ow.
I'm sorry. Was I yelling too loud? I'm sorry.
Maybe it's because I'm wearing headphones, but at the same time, ow.
I'm sorry. It's the new mic. I can't help it.
It's fine.
Okay.
Okay, no. All right, but anyway, getting back on serious topic. So Hank Pym is mentally unstable, and he pretty much just has a bad habit of not keeping it together when it counts. Again, this man, yes, he did some bad things, and that can be attributed to his mental health. But still, when he goes down the crazy rabbit hole, you know, that can be something that I think a smarter opponent like Ray Palmer would take advantage of, because Ray is a genius. He's pretty much on the level of Batman, Lex Luthor, and the 8th smartest man in the world, Mr. Terrific. So he's up there in the higher echelons of smart characters. And I think he would be able to take advantage of Hank dropping the ball here or there. The second thing is combat experience. Ray actually does have combat experience. He knows how to fight. It's rudimentary, grant you, but he still has experience, whether that is his training from Justice Leaguers, from Green Arrow in the Arrowverse. The dude knows how to throw a fucking punch. You know, Hank Pym does not like violence unless it's Yellow Jacket, in which case, like Brobuscus said, the kid gloves are off. Hank is a man of science. He's not a man of violence. He will always he will never resort to fisticuffs. He will use his technology to do the fighting for him instead of his fist. And the last thing that I think is very important here is, speaking of their tech, who can shrink the smallest.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be
definitely
going to be somewhat of a factor.
Okay. Okay, don't get me wrong. Hank Pym has been able to go subatomic. That is a fact.
I will clear up one thing. You know, I've heard the argument. Again, this could all be hearsay, but I have heard the argument that Hank can shrink down to smaller than concepts, which makes no freaking sense.
No, even for the Marvel universe, that doesn't make any sense. And the Marvel universe is just as crazy as the DC universe.
But I've also heard that that's actually a Scott thing, not a Hank thing.
Yeah, so we can't really count that as a Hank thing, because that's something Scott would. That's like the stuff for Wally or Guy Gardner being counted for their respectable predecessors. You know, I don't think it should count. But Ray Palmer's white dwarf star technology is much greater than the Hank than the Pym particles, because again, it's made of a white dwarf star that allows Ray Palmer to shrink and grow without any upper limits. He can go so small that, like I said, he can shrink to literal atoms. You know, that thing Wonder Woman's sword can slice through?
Yeah.
Fun.
And he also has got Sucker Punch Superman and gotten the drop on him, so, you know, there's that.
Right.
So, yeah. I do think that is what's going to be a factor here. Is the technology and the overall combat experience. And plus, too, both of them carry a lot of gadgets, but Hank is somebody who likes to have more quantity than quality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whereas Adam doesn't need any other gadgets. I mean, the few he does have, they're just there. But his belt is very, very impressive. I should also mention that the White Dwarf Star belt can also shrink somebody down to the point where they can ride the electro lines in the telephone.
Okay.
Really though,
Yeah.
why not?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I mean, that makes sense to me.
Yeah. So both
what?
Ray Palmer and Ryan Troy could literally travel through your telephone and sucker punch you if they didn't like you.
Ooh.
Oh, fun. It's literally that one meme. Just grab you through your phone, punch you.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah. Also, some things I actually did find. I tried to do a little bit of searching on these two. And something I found about Ray is that apparently he has a lantern ring.
I've heard this too.
Yeah, an indigo lantern ring. Here, I'll
Wait, what color was it?
indigo.
Oh,
I wonder. I mean, I guess it's possible because they gave Did you ever find?
Indigo to Adam.
Did you ever
I'm sorry, Black Adam.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Did you ever learn what he's done with it? Because
I couldn't find that much.
Because that's important. Like they did give Black Adam a Yellow Lantern ring, but they only restricted it to what he's shown to do with it, which is make a giant electric tiger.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Okay. Gave him a staff as well. Allows him to channel the abilities of other lantern colors.
Great.
It requires there is a lantern of those colors in certain range of him, so that kind of.
Okay.
That kind of balances it out. Allows. Let's see. Allows Ray can access wormholes through space now, allowing for faster shortcuts. Can't be tracked down or traced, and can heal people after they feel great compassion.
But can he heal himself?
I'm not sure exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't. I will say I'm looking for doesn't exactly say that. So
I will say I did straight up find a very small but respect thread for Hank. So,
yeah. Oh, actually, there.
So it literally just took me a Google search. Oops.
Yeah. Actually, one more thing about Adam. Richard.
Go ahead.
Is there anything about what is it? A Carthan sword? It also says on the thing I'm looking for. Here, I don't know, because I'm looking at a research thing made for Ray Palmer, that for this. It says he also gave him a Carthan sword. The sword he gained from the Carthan, a very fine blade covered in poison that causes swift death. Only a scratch is needed for the poison to be effective. Causes extremely painful muscle convulsion, and can pierce the flesh of a caiman crocodile and killed it in seconds. I don't know if
that is big. I know of that poison and what you're talking about. I believe that was in. I can't. I would have to go back and watch the episode that he appeared in Batman: Brave and the Bold. But I'm pretty sure he did marry one of the queens. But again, that's probably just strictly for that. But again.
Yeah, I don't know if it should be given to him, but I just thought that was interesting to note.
Well, again, if they can give Black Adam the Sinestro ring, there is nothing to say that they shouldn't give him the Indigo ring / staff and the sword.
And the sword.
Because those are the sword is definitely an insta kill right there. Because
I was gonna say I don't know if Hank has any like poison immunity, so that could
As far as I know, no. I mean,
I will say I feel like we should preface that I mean I'm speaking mostly for myself, but I'm kind of viewing this as like a stats don't matter sort of thing, because like they with recent Marvel vs. DC fights they've kind of been who is stronger, who is faster. It's a little too hard to tell. I'm kind of going under that mentality for this.
I mean, one thing I don't want to take away from Hank, while he can grow to the size of an ant and pretty much have double the strength of his of that size, because again, ants are pretty fucking strong.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't matter.
Right.
So yeah, you could be right. Stat-wise, these two might as well just be either dead even or cancel each other out completely.
Yeah. So that also adds up from what I've seen. Just putting them like at dead even.
I think it will just come down to who can shrink small, who can go smaller.
For lack of a better term, this will come down to the devil's in the little details.
Exactly. And if they give Palmer the sword, then yeah, that's it. That's it for Hank.
Okay, so I'm just gonna breeze through some of these real quick.
Yeah.
I should say I'm not gonna be clicking on any of these links. Maybe I should. I think this might be including stuff from like when he was Ant-Man. It says he has taken on many superhero identities over the years, including Ant-Man, Giant Man, Goliath, Yellow Jacket, and the Wasp. I don't know how much of this experience we can actually give him. But I don't know how much of this is specifically Ant-Man or because it says respect Hank Pym, so
Mhm.
it doesn't
So it could
specify.
just be-
But
not
I'm
more
just
than
gonna go.
dependent.
I'm just gonna breeze through some of these just because I don't know how I don't know any of the specifics. I'm just gonna see what we got here. Okay, yeah, big thing. He is Earth Scientist Supreme. It's like that's. And they even say in what episode was it? It was Ultron versus Sigma. Why did I forget it was that one? Anyways, it's like he said, he's smart enough to create an infinitely sized mansion in a higher plane of existence.
Because why not?
Yeah, sure.
Why not?
Invented cybernetic helmet that allows him to telepathically communicate with ants and other insects and control their minds. Okay, I was gonna bring this up. I think that it's safe to say that that Hank has a pretty sizable, damn it, numbers advantage. He has a numbers advantage.
Yeah, I can agree there. Just because, I don't.
Now again, I know it's like, oh, he can call. I know it's like, oh, he can call ants. What the hell are they gonna do? But with Adam being that small, I feel like ants are gonna do. I feel like ants are gonna play some factor.
I'm gonna say yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they obviously are gonna have ants be involved, most definitely.
Yeah. Also, I could be wrong about this. Again, this is all, take all of this with a grain of salt, by the way. But I believe Hank can, or at least either Hank or Scott, but I don't know. They can grow ants to their size. So now Ray has to deal with not only regular ants, but also these giant ants, because, that's not terrifying at all.
Yeah. Well, another thing that I think comes down to it is, okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing, is, all right, when talking about their technological brains and what they can do with them, like their scientific gifts, I have noticed that Hank has used his more for the benefit of someone or something. Like, he's never not using it for combat. Whereas Ray Palmer's technology can and is mostly used for combat.
Right. Okay. This one.
So
okay. So they move on to pin particles. So it can grow past the macroverse. Because okay, what the hell does that mean? Okay.
Yeah.
Here scans. Why the heck not? Let's post what I see. I'm not reading these. I'm just showing what they're giving.
Okay, so I found something else. Ray Palmer can travel across dimensional barriers.
Okay, but it kind of sounds like Hank can too.
Yeah,
with,
so
the
I mean,
microverse, macroverse, quantum realm.
Yeah, so that's
but
not
this
something
one,
that both of them can do. I mean,
this
that
one
one can do, both of them can do.
But this one kind of I'm what does that even mean? So battlefield manipulation lets Pym take a battle from the macroverse to the realm of abstract entities.
What the?
What the heck does that mean? It's not gonna give me a. Okay, yeah, because it's not gonna let me access this. So if it'll let you do that, then I don't know. Okay, control an army of ants. Sends a swarm of bees at Namor, so that's okay. So you can control bees. Was that as the wasp? Hold on. Oh no, it's his yellow jacket. Okay. Okay. Use ants to render enemies' weapons useless. Hey, so there's the sword thing. There's a possible answer to the sword thing. Yeah. Okay. This is a very small respect thread. I feel like there's a lot here that they're not.
Okay, well, wait a minute. Hold on. There is something that probably they can use for Ray as well. The stuff that Ryan does, because Ryan Troy is using Hank Pym's I'm sorry, damn it. He is using Ray Palmer's technology when he becomes the Atom.
Yeah.
And since Ryan Troy is the only Adam that has a damn respect thread that I can find, let me see.
Let's see if there's a...
I'm just trying to find some interesting things, but
well, I can. I'm trying to look here for what I'm looking at.
yeah.
Well, I'm going from Reddit to GameSpot to Comic Find, so
This probably isn't as impressive as shrinking down to an atom, but apparently he can shrink down small enough to enter people's bloodstream, which sounds horrifying.
that does sound horrifying.
Atom, that is.
Yeah.
Was able to make kryptonite inside Superman. Oh gosh.
Didn't he try to do that in that really bad Injustice movie?
Yeah.
He got killed by it.
I don't remember. That sounds. Oh gosh.
Especially he's beaten Reed and Time and wait, what? We're gonna have to run that by me again. What? What? Okay, the way this is structured is weird.
Yeah. Honestly, it does sound like. Sounds like a really good coin toss. Either way.
By the way, apparently Hank is the 7th smartest guy on the planet.
Oh, fun.
That's good to know.
Yeah, that is. But again, I think Ray is smarter.
I don't know who 6 through 1 are, but I can imagine. I can make a few guesses, but I doubt they're true. Okay, you know, I don't know why I'm taking the time to read these kind of panels.
No, it's fine.
Yeah. I mean, at the moment, from what it sounds like, it does sound like Adam has the more advantages to win, but like,
yeah.
I don't know. I could just be missing a lot about Adam or a lot of like Hank's abilities and stuff.
I mean, again, I'm trying to find more stuff, but again, I would agree with ZDogg. I mean, in terms of, I think this really is going to come down to the technology aspect and maybe slightly combat. And I think in that regard, Ray Palmer has the more better advantage because again, his tech is far more advanced. Unless they do count Scott doing what Brobuscus said for Hank. But then you would also have to count the stuff that Ryan Troy has done as the Atom for Ray.
Ray, yeah.
Gosh, you know what I hate about... You know what I hate... Oh, I can... No, wait, never mind. No, I can't. You know what I hate about looking at the respect threads like these? That I can't zoom in on these comic panels. So I can't see what they're saying.
Yeah. That's really annoying.
But one of them says like he has beaten Reed and time manipulation.
Okay, here's something I didn't know. Apparently Ray was able to make himself invulnerable to blunt attacks by making himself lighter.
What?
Sure.
I mean,
okay.
What?
I wonder if we should look into. I wonder if we should look into stuff that Ultron has done, since Hank did make him.
Yeah.
So, yeah, because like Ultron created like Vision, Jocasta.
Also speed-wise, I don't know if these two are even, but I also think maybe Ray is faster because again, he can travel. He's basically a lightning timer because he can ride the electricity currents of a phone line.
Oh, I wouldn't be
surprised
if both of them are basically impossible to figure out how fast they are.
Okay, correction. So. He can move at the speed of lightning when traveling. Excuse me.
Okay. What?
Okay, Ant-Man can survive in the vacuum of space. That's pretty cool. Man.
Yeah.
I'm actually really glad that they're doing this fight because, like, these two feel like so under-researched. It's insane.
Yeah, so have something to go off of now. That's neat.
Oh wait. Also, too, there's something else.
Hell,
Hank's
there's
Hank's
versus
technology. I'm sorry. Ray's technology can survive the shrinking process. I don't think, because you got to remember, Hank needs the pim particles to make things small or big. So let's just say let's say he has he has a car, right? He can't shrink the car. He can't grab onto the car and it shrinks with him. He has to shrink it separately.
Now that could be a helpful.
Wait.
So
what? Okay, I found this on Versus Battles Wiki, so take this with a grain of salt. But Maximum Size took multiple. This is for Hank. Took multiple hits from Eternity.
Okay. What?
Oh shit. Okay. So
That's-
here's something else.
Okay.
Here's something else. Ray's belt.
Oh, he's a
Ray's
Celestial.
belt.
That's fun.
Okay, so Ray's white dwarf star belt. It's not
Yeah.
just something he can push or tuggle at and it shrinks. It's connected to his mind,
Oh. Okay, that.
and he
Okay.
can also control, and it allows him to control his molecular structure too.
Okay. Yeah, right now I'm feeling pretty confident with Adam. Well, not extremely confident, but it sounds like Adam. Yeah. I don't know.
Okay, apparently, now I'm looking at the blog chat. Hank builds a containment unit to contain Loki after taking the previously mentioned energy from his power dampening sword. Apparently, Loki has a power dampening sword, and I had no idea.
Okay, well, here's okay.
Okay.
So here's another thing too. Ray could actually touch. If at any point he wants to, they have this be the killing shot. Ray could just touch Hank and shrink him down so small that he is either just gone or he could,
Disappeared from
yeah.
everything. Oh no. Yeah, that would be a difficult. So wait. So, does he have to touch it, or does he have? Do they have to touch him, or do they have to like be near him? Like, how does that?
I don't know. It just says can shrink other people and objects if he needs to. And
Okay.
again, he also he can shrink down to not only subatomic but molecular levels as well.
Okay.
Hence him being able to go inside your bloodstream.
Yeah.
And his
Wait,
technology being
what?
connected
Okay.
to his mind, I feel like that also gives him a better advantage, because if the pim particles are damaged, because the pim particles are connected to Hank's belt, he needs his belt to shrink, right?
Yes. Okay.
So if that's damaged, it's literally a belt. If it's damaged, he's pretty much lost his main method of shrinking.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
And yes, while Hank can retain the strength of his normal size and plus an ant, Ray can control his mass and weight. He can either make himself light as air or heavy as a car, or even heavier than that.
Gosh. Okay. Yeah.
He can also glide through the air.
Just glide. Okay.
Yeah, glide through the air.
Okay.
Okay, so here's something fun. Go. Oh my gosh, I hate this so much. Freaking search engine is blocking my view. Okay, at maximum size, Hank Pym is able to enter the overspace, an entirely new realm of existence beyond time and space where abstract entities reside. And I'm just going to go ahead and very much nonchalantly just, here you go. Immediately I find the scan where Hank takes a hit from Eternity, who, by the way, is a Celestial.
What? Okay.
Okay, so what are we at? It sounds like me and ZDogg are for
Yeah,
Adam.
I mean, I don't know, like
The only weaknesses.
thing.
Okay, the only weaknesses Ray's technology has is the biobelt and the mental concentration he needs. It can be short-circuited, so he can be stuck in the size that he's at.
Okay.
Because there was a time where in the Lego movie, in the Lego Flash movie, he was tailing Flash, and his belt broke. So he was stuck to a tiny size, and he had to get around as that tiny size.
Yeah, so I did see someone make an argument for Ant-Man. There is no citation for this, by the way. So, but let's humor it for a second. I want to hear what you guys think.
After that, I think we should move on.
Yeah, you're probably right. Okay, whether it be Scarlet Witch losing because of her terrible mental state, or Adam losing because of his powers being exploitable and not as versatile, I say this because Atoms are very exploitable. And he made that very abundantly clear, by the way. Are very exploitable. They are called. This is great English, by the way. They are called from his biobelt, and if it's even tinkered with, it can leave him powerless. And considering Hank is one of the smartest dudes in Marvel, you would definitely realize and target it. And can easily do so from a rage with an ant army.
Smartest person.
That's still one of the smartest people.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, I think Ray. Again, this all goes back to what I said. Intelligence-wise, I feel like Ray is more smarter than Hank. Because again, okay, if you think it's a bit far-fetched that intelligence and mental stability would come into play here and wouldn't be a factor, Scarlet Witch versus Zatanna.
I was gonna say, yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking when you're talking about it.
Hank is just as unstable as Scarlet Witch.
I mean, is there any feats that you guys know for Adam that like leaves like that compares him to like the fucking Celestials, or like DC high tiers? Because like I'm trying to.
I would have to look that up. I don't know. I feel like we should wrap this up because
I mean, Richard did say earlier that Adam could like trade blows with Superman. So like.
Yeah,
that's true.
And he was able to go into Superman's bloodstream.
Although I also should point out, in a similar vein, Hank was at one point able to restrain Thor before he could hit Quicksilver. So
there's okay. I feel like that's cool and all. He was able to restrain him, but then again, we don't know the context of that scene. And we don't know if Thor was holding back or not.
I think I have your context right here.
Sure, go ahead.
Let me just make sure. I think.
All right. Well.
Yeah, let's move on. It's almost been 2 hours.
I was gonna say, while you're pulling that up, I think just right now, I think my gut feeling is telling me Adam, but like I'm not gonna be surprised at all if Ant-Man manages to win.
Well, this is the comic panel, so you can take this how you will.
Okay.
I mean, part of me kind of wants to go like, part of me wants to go against the norm here. Like, part of me wants to be the odd man out and go with Ant-Man.
Nothing's stopping you. I mean, I definitely do see a few good remarks for Ant-Man. I can definitely see arguments for Ant-Man winning. Just at the moment, I just feel like Adam has like the right stuff to win.
Agreed.
I
am insanely curious what Death is actually going to say, though.
Yeah.
Just because looking into this, I'm very curious because these seem ridiculous.
I mean, there is the option for us to wait until the blog comes out and we can make
but if we're gonna do, I think we all didn't agree on it, but like if we wanted to do the bros and lads thing again, Mate wants to do the way he was doing it before, with like what was said on podcasts. So that's why I'm kind of like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay. With respect, it is our show, and
I know.
We can do it however we want to do it. So I'm just saying, I feel like we should go back to doing it how we want to do it for now. Like that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's fine. You know, maybe we'll come to a compromise at some point. I guess if we're gonna go with that right now, I will just put my chips in on Ant-Man.
Yeah, and I think I will put my things on Adam.
Give me Ray Palmer.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
So there you go. So for whoever's keeping track, that's probably going to be me, to be honest. Well, there's our calls. Man, I definitely should have done more digging.
Yeah, well,
before this, but well.
Let's end it with the ciphers.
Yeah. So
we have an interesting other topic to go off of.
Yeah. So DJ Tiki was cooking apparently.
Apparently he was the mad lad. So yeah, remember that season 10 trailer we were talking about a while throughout this? So you may have missed it. It's very blink and you miss it. So DJ decided to put in a little puzzle thing for this season, I guess, in a homage to Gravity Falls, which I'm a very big fan of.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know if that's going to be on screen right now in the little box.
Maybe.
But I think you should show it at least a little bit, even if it's not for the full thing.
Yeah, probably.
So yeah, we have this amazing wheel of mysteries to go off of.
Yeah. I will also say there might be some teasers in the text boxes and that, but I couldn't decipher those for the life of me. So we're not. So if there are teasers there, we'll probably talk about them next time.
But we would be remiss if we didn't talk about them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, we're not going to talk about them today because I literally have no idea what they are. So.
I mean, I can make second guesses all I want, but we won't know.
Yeah.
I still think it's just relating to Ant-Man and Adam personally, but I mean.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I will say the ones
here just because.
The ones at the very beginning are for the Champions Ballot.
Yeah, so Cole Alex, Bilbo Sword.
Yeah.
We also know we have one more matchup that is confirmed, so that other matchup is probably one of these ciphers.
I mean, yeah.
I
don't see why it wouldn't be.
Actually, I think it could be the swords one, either the sword and skull and crossbone ones.
Yeah.
Because the literal Adam shape. Oh, gee, I wonder what that is.
I wonder what that is.
Gosh.
Why is there not an ant one? Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Actually, to backtrack a little bit, so we also have a bunch of text around this cipher, and I do have translations. So, so the one at the top, it's not really a teaser, but I'm just gonna read it anyway. I'm not gonna read what it actually says because I'm not even gonna. I get crucified if I try to pronounce any of these words. But basically, what it translates to is normal teasers are a bore for all the fights and death in store. Use the keys to match the lines. You never know what clues you'll find.
I love this so much.
Yes. That's awesome.
This is a very interesting way of giving this to us.
Yeah, thank you for not showing the characters. This is more fun.
This makes it way more fun, and I'm so happy we at least have something like this season.
Yeah.
All right.
So I guess to read some of these translations. So these go from left to right, top to bottom. I guess top to bottom, left to right. I don't know.
Whatever.
They have the Roman numerals. You can follow along.
Yeah.
So the first one, it says key melee. I'm not quite sure what that entails, but okay. The translation is X people out, but keep it silent. I'm assuming X in this context means cross, but
Sure.
obviously I have no idea.
Third one.
Second one is kill them. Second one is kill them all and treat them violent.
Fun.
that went from 0 to 100 real quick.
Yeah.
Third one is beast without, but not within.
Okay, that definitely sounds like it sounds like that could be Alex versus Cole.
Oh.
Well, the key word there is tree. Apparently, I don't know what this key thing is. Like, I don't know what that.
Neither do I.
I don't know what that's all about. I guess to read them out. So 1 is melee, 2 is unlucky, 3 is tree, 4 is pantheon, 5 is carousel, and 6 is death battle. So So fourth one, the translation is the end will come from what begins.
Okay.
Fifth one is a dark reflection of the past.
Which I might have something for that one. I think I'm cooking.
Yeah, I've heard a few guesses for that one.
I've heard Virgil.
And the last one is season 10 is coming fast. So, you know, that's boring but practical.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. All right.
The frick ping me? Okay. Sorry, I had a ping in the Death Bell server.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright, so yeah. Interesting thing. Very interesting all around.
Yeah.
Like what? Yeah, and I mean, I don't know if you pointed this out yet, but also, the little circle has symbols in it.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did mention the symbols.
Alright, I'm sorry.
No, let's go. Let's go.
Okay. Okay. So, we definitely have some interesting things to go off of here.
Yeah. I wonder if I don't know how these ciphers work, but I wonder if some of these line up together. So it's not there's 16 of them, but I wonder if that's I wonder if some of them connect together, not reveal 16 episodes.
I think the 16 may, because again, the symbols in the circle must represent the fighters, the combatants, because again, you have the atom, you have the beaker, you have the swords, the skull and crossbones.
I'm guessing the question mark is referring to Bilcord.
Yeah, the question mark.
Probably.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Hold on. Yeah. There's Ray Palmer's symbol in one of them. So, yeah, there you go. So, there's a satanic one that could possibly mean Raven.
What do you see? That. Okay.
The yin and yang one, I think that's obvious.
That one actually, I have my theory on, if I may go into it.
Yeah, go ahead. Actually.
Yeah.
So based on one of the things, hold on, the reflection one, I have a feeling that's actually hinting towards a dark pit match.
Maybe.
Interesting.
From Kid Icarus Uprising, yeah.
Yeah.
Just reflection, yin yang, pit and dark pit.
See, what I wonder, and I probably wouldn't have put this together if I didn't see it guessed on another server. The whole dark reflection of the past. Could that be Vader versus Obito?
I think so.
That's also
yeah,
a good possibility.
I think you're right.
I mean, either I feel like are equally likely. Just,
yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of different ones, so I don't know how we're gonna do this. Are we gonna go around to see which one?
I don't know.
I honestly don't want to. I would rather just, because again, I just don't want to.
Okay, well, fair.
I'm sorry. It's again, I feel like
I got
these are theories at best. We don't know.
I mean,
wow, someone in the Death Bell server decided to get really boring and was like, "Hey, the question mark, that's the Riddler, isn't it?"
Oh my gosh.
It's I mean,
figured it out.
you go, buddy. I guess. I don't know.
All right. Well,
But yeah, I mean, I saw someone in that server was like very confident on one of these being like either one of the symbols or one of the riddles being a Judge Dredd thing. Richard, you know more about him than me.
I do.
So does any of this like translate to that? That could connect to that?
Oh,
It's possible.
actually, maybe that's what the
The scales of
Okay.
justice. Yeah, wait a minute, because
Scales.
the scales of justice are there.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah,
I think it's possible.
maybe that's something related to Judge. Hold on, what are they? Kill them all.
And kill them all and
I mean,
treat them
maybe-
violent.
Yeah,
maybe
that's
that's
that could be Judge Dredd versus Punisher.
Yeah.
Oh, there
almost
you go.
something.
Maybe we're getting Judge
Yeah,
Dredd versus Punisher this
okay,
season.
Look at the skull and crossbone. The skull and the crossbone and the scales of justice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably Punisher. I mean, it's not
Probably
exactly.
Punisher.
I mean, it's a simple skull, but like it could be a representation.
And it goes with what you just said.
Mhm.
Kill them all and treat them violent.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. I mean, I don't know if like I could be could like I feel like because the death could also be related to something else because I feel like it just the symbols are what the fight is and like it's not specific combatants. I could be wrong there, but
I don't think so. I think it is the combatants because again,
The-
some of these symbols, again, they're very obviously in correlation and in relation to the combatants.
yeah, I'm just.
This isn't just a coincidence. These symbols aren't just here for the sake of being here.
Oh yeah, I know.
No, I know you
they're
know, I'm
related,
just saying.
okay.
The one that
Yeah.
really kind of strikes me is the waves.
The waves. Actually, I did see someone talking. I mean, this would. I don't know where the other one would be. Something related to Chaos from Sonic.
Yeah.
Like Chaos versus Kyogre or something.
Yeah, I saw that guess too, which is it's kind of boring, but I mean, hey, if it gets results,
It worked.
Yeah, I mean, I like the matchup, but like it's
The match was really cool.
yeah.
Just.
What is this one between like? It's between the dollar sign and the skull and crossbones. What is that?
It looks like. I think that's a flower and a bee of some sort. I believe so.
There's also one that's just straight up recycling, which is just funny to me. It's just the recycle
Yo,
symbol.
Yeah, Captain Planet, let's go.
There you go.
I mean, I meme, but like that could actually be just referring to.
I mean, maybe.
I feel like they've been wanting to do Captain Planet or talked about Captain Planet for a while, so maybe.
Well, I mean, we can shoot guesses all we want, but the fact of the matter is, like, you know, for people who don't know how to read this thing, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Someone's saying the beast within, like the beast without but not within thing is Aaron. So, Aaron versus
Anderson.
Kaneki, perhaps.
Oh, that could. Yeah, maybe. Although I don't know which it could be referring to. I also had the thought that the Pentagon could also be. Oh, I didn't mean to click on that. The Pentagon could be relating to Raido versus Constantine.
Yeah, that's possible. I thought about that too.
Could be cool.
And this is the season where like apparently this season has like a lot of the crew really excited for like the matchup. They like a lot of them got some matchups they've been wanting for a while. So, and I know Lousy is really into Constantine versus Raido. So maybe that is
there you
it.
go. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. It makes sense. Although if it is Raven of some sort, I could also believe that.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of interesting things. I also remember. I think one of the when we were talking in a group chat, One of them could be relating to Jimmy versus Dexter. I think the beaker, unless that's the one for Adam.
Oh, maybe. No, because there's a little atom symbol, so
Yeah, so maybe someone.
maybe. One looks like the one of them looks like a shuffle icon, like you see on like Spotify.
Yeah.
So I wonder what that's all about.
That is
I did
something
see.
relating to-
I want to know what your thoughts on
I
this
don't know.
are, because like if this is like a case where you like line them up, like this is more so teasing 8 episodes rather than all 16. There's the waves and the dollar sign.
Okay.
Put 2 and 2 together. What do you think you get out of that?
I mean, Scrooge Duck. Nice and
Well,
dollar
that-
sign.
Well, that and the waves. So it'd be water.
Yeah.
Who's
Question.
who's related to water and likes money?
Oh. That was part. Well,
The fact that it took you that long is kind of embarrassing.
I got Scrooge Duck, which is like his most popular opponent. So
Yeah.
technically, I mean,
I-
maybe.
I don't know, but I mean,
it'd be kind of crazy if they planned that and SpongeBob Aquaman so close together. But I'm down.
yeah.
I mean, that would make sense. I mean, I was already thinking Scrooge versus Mr. Krabs with the dollar sign already. But
Yeah.
if that could also be,
Yeah, I feel. I mean, again, that's one of those things where it's like that's kind of like that's boring, but like,
I mean, it works.
but like it works. Like it's, it's like some of these hints are as obvious as I think they are. Then it's just like, well, okay.
Who knows? I really hope we get this explained though. Like at the end of the season, I hope DJ like, hey,
Same.
remember this? This is what it's all
Watch.
relating to.
I doubt it, but like, watch them all mean nothing.
Yeah, if they do that, DJ, I swear. I swear. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Also,
I don't know.
I also remember the. This case.
Oh.
Hold up. Okay. Sorry. Internet issues. What were you saying?
Fun. I wasn't saying anything. I was.
Okay. I will say that I also saw someone saying that the regular star could
Yeah.
be a Joestar fight.
I didn't want to say that, but yeah.
I mean,
Like that is literally the Joestar birthmark. So yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know what else it could be related. I mean, it could
obvious
just be-
obvious pick
the
is
image.
Giorno Joker. So like,
yeah. So
man, I don't know if I want to deal with that and Bill Cord in the same season.
how fun. Yeah, that's
I don't know if I have the mental capacity to deal with that. Also, there's kind of like there's also kind of like a half light, half dark one.
Yeah,
that's
that's really too.
wonder what that's all about. I did see someone, and again, this is probably just this could be a piss take. I have no idea, but someone said like Beast without but not within is X versus Optimus Primal, because you know Beast,
Yeah.
funny, like I don't know.
I guess.
I mean, I guess, but at the same time, probably not.
Give it a stretch.
That's.
Also, I'm very curious what the guy in the suit is referring to.
Yeah.
Like that one just has me stumped on all angles.
I do kind
like-
of hope like as these episodes go on, it's like we get more info on this thing.
Yeah.
Because like if this is teasing matches, then Tiki's kind of like playing with our minds a little bit here. So I just have no idea what to think anymore.
Me neither, but I don't know. Yeah. Guess we'll have to wait and see.
Guess so.
I mean, any last minute guesses on this thing? Because I feel like we've made guesses on all of them. At least educated guesses.
I guess I'll jump on the train of Scrooge versus Mr. Krabs because of the the waves and money thing.
I agree.
Maybe like the recycling and the shuffle. Maybe it's not meant to be a shuffle, but like that's what it reminds me of. Maybe those could be like, returning combatants. Like
maybe, yeah, you could see that.
I mean, part of me is kind of like trying to figure out which of these could relate to like Eggman versus Bowser, because that's like been the one that's been like the one matchup where I'm like, is this happening this season? I
mean, I don't think. Oh, maybe death, because bosses. I don't know.
Oh, maybe. I guess I'll do that, and I'll also jump on Judge Dredd because of the scales
Judge Dredd, I think is Judge Dredd. I feel like now is a shoo-in. Versus probably Punisher.
Yeah, it's probably Punisher. I mean, if it's not Punisher, then it's RoboCop. So like.
Yeah, which I mean, I'm down for either. Honestly, I don't have.
Yeah, I mean that sounds fun and all, but if I was to pick one, I'd probably go Punisher.
You go Punisher, yeah, that makes sense.
But I mean, if we continue to talk about this, then we're probably gonna sit here for a few more hours, so we probably should wrap up.
I was gonna say. Probably should. Yeah, but I mean, interesting to speculate about it, and who knows, maybe we'll come back to it in the future.
Yeah, maybe. So yeah, I guess that'll do it.
Yep.
I mean, during all that, Richard decided to peace out. But
yeah. So.
Yeah. So with that, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We're back. We'll be back.
Yeah.
We'll be back next month after Ant-Man versus Adam comes out. Or maybe we'll do a follow-up discussion on this once we learn more. I don't know.
Who knows?
Who knows? In hindsight, it probably wasn't the smartest idea for us to do this like immediately after. But to be fair, we had no idea what we were expecting. So
exactly.
And we kind of already scheduled it. So yeah, we're here now.
Yeah. So hey.
But I hope you guys are looking forward to Ant-Man versus Adam. We are. It looks pretty freaking cool. Let us know who you guys think is going to win, because quite honestly, we put our bets in, but I don't think any of us are really that confident in it.
Nope. Yep.
Probably should have asked Richard. Actually, no, never mind. I know the answer. Like, who do we want to win?
I think Richard made that pretty clear. So.
Yeah.
All right, and also let us know what you think of this wheel and what fights you think are going to come from it. I'm very interested to see what other people are going to be saying.
Yeah, I'm definitely curious. I was going to make a curious like a cat joke, and then transition that into talking about like, hey, kind of like the new Ruby volume, because we have the Ruby podcast, but I couldn't find a way to transition to that without sounding like absolute cringe. So we're so
leave it.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, we're not gonna talk about it. We were going to, but we kind of ran out of time. I did get out my Jafar versus Maleficent script. It is out now, so. You can go check that out. If I can remember, there should be a link in the description to that. If not, you can. If not, you can find it on Twitter.
There you go.
Follow me on Twitter.
Twitter blood.
Still working out the fine details on what I'm going to do next. I know I said what I wanted to do next, but I'm not quite sure anymore. Yeah, I don't know. That's going to do it. So, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Have a good one, everyone.